Tell me, who is this?
It's the one that pays the bill.
The bill?
Yeah. Don't say anything, baby.
No, please. I need to know.
No, listen, because you don't do anything. You're not here. You don't do anything around the house. I mean, I cook, I clean, I do everything around here. You don't give me any time. Like, what?
What?
You don't help me do
house.
anything.
This is my house.
Shout out to the angry man for bringing this to our attention here. But I'm going to have to go in on both. The dude who's holding the camera and the highly masculated wife here. I have no sympathy for neither one. So basically, this dude caught his wife in bed with a wealthy man who claims he pays all the bills. And let's get something straight. Let's start with the dude first. First off, dude, you need to build your voice. Build up your voice. Get some bass in your voice. Because, dude, you sound soy AF as fuck. I mean, just hearing your voice, I'm sensing zero masculinity. Which is why she doesn't respect you as a man and wants to bring another man into the bed. Come on, dude, shape up. Shape up. Get a backbone. Get a backbone and take care of your own responsibilities. Maybe she will treat you better. Now, before you females get their hand clapping, I'm about to get in her ass too. Okay, ma'am. So you do everything in the house. We get that. You're doing everything, he ain't doing nothing. Okay, we can understand that. So, does that give you the excuse of bringing another man to the bed? Fuck no. And let's be honest, ma'am. If you were so fucking dissatisfied with your marriage, with your husband, why you didn't file for divorce? And this is what pissed me off about these type of females. They want to get mad at the men because they're not doing their job, or else they working long hours in which they don't like. But yet, for some reason, despite all their complaints, they still with this same dude. They still in a relationship with this same dude. They still married with this same dude. Make that make sense to me. You make that make sense to me, ma'am. You have all these complaints, but you're still with that same dude that you swear up and down ain't doing nothing. And you believe bringing another man to your bed is supposed to justify the means? And what's more, in his house. No, not your house, his house. See, it's one thing to whereas you're doing all the work, he ain't doing nothing, and that's your house. At this point, he wouldn't even have a dog in the fight. However, it's not your house, it's his house. So that's a major violation. And most females in that position always find themselves in a fucked up situation. or worse, and I hate to say this, and I definitely hate to say this, but it's true. Some of these females who do this shit don't live to regret it. Trust me, especially if their boyfriend or their husband has a short fuse and can snap at any moment. Hate to say this, but it's true. Now, let me turn my attention. Let me turn my attention to this fool. What is his role in all of this? I forgot. He pays the bills. Okay, sir. If you pay the bills at the house, then how come you got to go to that house to spend time with her? Why can't she go to your house if you're so fucking wealthy? Fuck it. If I was so damn wealthy, we're going to my house, not your man's house. So I'm beginning to doubt. I'm beginning to doubt that this motherfucker is wealthy at all. Oh, I'm a wealthy man, but I'm going to stay at your man's house. But we could do what we got to do at your man's house, but not my house. There are two things that come to mind in this situation. Either he's bullshitting about being wealthy, or there's a pretty good chance, while he's excuse me, there's a pretty good chance to where while he's sleeping with this dude's wife, he can't take her back to his house because he himself has a wife of his own that he's trying his very hardest to not let her know about what he's doing when he's not at his house. I hope I'm not losing anybody here. Yes, there's a pretty good chance he couldn't take her to his house because he himself also has a girlfriend or a wife that he's trying to hide this shit from. Yeah, exactly. And this is what gets me. If he ain't shit and if he ain't doing shit, why is she still with him? Why she ain't asking him for a divorce? Instead, she would string him along into a relationship or marriage and continue to charade as if she sees no problem, when in actuality there is a problem. I mean, all this should remind me of that meme I heard. There goes a time when someone tells you that you're all right, you got to tell them that you're fine when you're not fine. That's you, ma'am. So by the end of the day, I don't feel sad for none of them. I don't feel sad for him because he lacks the masculine energy, as well as there's a pretty good chance he's not taking care of his own responsibilities. I don't feel sorry for her because despite all her complaints, she's still with the dude. She hasn't filed for the divorce or anything, but it says she will continue to string him on, believing that everything's okay when it's not, as well as bringing another man in his house, in his bed. You get no sympathy either, ma'am. As for the white dude, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about that matter. There's a pretty good chance he got problems of his own to deal with. But nevertheless, I said what I had to say. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.